Pretag, formerly known as the CCTGH, the President King Ali has given some updates with regards to upgrading, promotion, salary reactivation in GES. After meeting the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, and here is the update. If you have not subscribed to Seekers Consult, kindly do so for relevant updates. Share this with others who have to hear it, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let's hear what he has to say.
Good morning, my dear council members of the Pretag Teachers Association of Ghana. Once again, this is your humble servant, Kinali Audu. We have ended our meeting with the Director General and his two deputies today, Friday, April 25, 2025. On the table for discussion were issues of upgrading, promotion, reactivation, amongst others. On the issue of promotion, the agreement has been made that in the Ghana Education Service, there are 2 points of entry. The entry point of the diplomate teacher, which is Senior Superintendent 2, and the entry point of the graduate teacher, which is Principal Superintendent. So because the Principal Superintendent is an entry point, anybody who obtains a degree, even if the person obtains it today, the person must be upgraded to that entry level, and the person will go through processes in order to attain the other higher ranks. In effect, the agreement is that all teachers that have had their first degree that is relevant to the service should be upgraded, and the regions should issue them with the upgrading letters immediately. The issue of some regions saying you should have been there for this number of years, for S number of years, for Y number of years is no longer here nor there, because the entry level of the Ghana Education Service, because Principal Superintendent is an entry level in the Ghana Education Service, and more so that PS has become the minimum entry level in the Ghana Education Service. So all teachers that you have your first degree, you can do the follow-up now for your letters. The agreement was also made that the Director HR, who was in the meeting, issues a letter today in relation to what I've just said, directing all regional directors to accept upgrading requests from any teacher who has done his first degree, irrespective of the year it was done. The agreement further is that by the end of the month of May, everybody should have been dealt with. By the end of the month of May, everybody should have been dealt with, so that will be put on scale also accordingly. So, my dear colleague teachers, members of Pretag, be in the know that you are supposed to be upgraded so far as you have obtained your first degree. Nobody has the right to tell you you should have been there for 5 years, you should have been there for 3 years. It's neither here nor there. On the issue of promotion, over 50,000 teachers has been put on scale. They are going to have their salary and their arrears this month. Those from 2023 that have not been put on scale, including those of 2024 that have not been put on scale, will all be addressed by the end of the month of May. In the area of reactivation, there were about 1,500 teachers plus whose salaries has dropped. Out of that, some 1,400 has been brought back, and they will have their salaries and their arrears this month. There were so many other issues that time didn't permit us to go through all of them. We have agreed that in the month of May, we will find some number of days where we will continuously sit to look at how all the pertinent issues within the Ghana Education Service can be dealt with. For example, currently there are people whose salaries has been decreasing, not with huge margins, sometimes by 20 cedis, 50 cedis, 100 cedis. Then there are some people whose rank have decreased. Then on the issue of promotion, when we are supposed to do the next promotion, the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, have issued an order through the minister agreeing with what we negotiated in our collective agreement in May 2024, that teachers on the rank of DD should be allowed to progress to the rank of D2 and D1, and that the ranks of D2 and D1 should be decoupled from position. We thank government dearly for that. There are other issues that in the month of May we are planning to meet continuously for about 5 days to resolve all those issues. Some of those ones, also the issue of our deprived area allowance, it also include the 2 levels that we have been shortchanged and quite a number of others. But today, we've been able to bring a finality to the issue of upgrading especially, and the way forward of it. Thank you very much, council members. Have a very good morning, and bring this information of mine to all members of the Pre-Tertiary Teachers Association of Ghana and teachers at large. Thank you very much. Once again, your humble servant and president of Pretag. Thank you.
Alright, this is Seekers Consult. Subscribe to our channel for more updates.